What's the salary? Is the environment toxic? Can I live in a crew accommodation with my partner? Hi everyone, I'm Marta, a former Etihad cabin crew member who turned 4 rejections into my dream job, and now I help aspiring cabin crew land their roles with the best airlines in the Middle East. In today's video, I'm answering the most common questions you guys ask me during my weekly Instagram Q&As based on my real experience, so let's dive in. What's the salary? Do they pay during training? Cabin crew salary is actually made up of several components. There is a basic salary, hourly pay for operated flights, and layover allowance, which depend on the destination. So basically, cheaper cities, lower allowance, more expensive cities, higher allowance. From my experience operating around 80 to 100 hours per month, mostly to the US and Western Europe, my salary was consistently in the 5-digit range every month. And I'm talking about dirhams here. And of course, the salary there is tax-free. During training, you do receive your basic salary, of course, but it's important to have some savings for your own expenses because your salary comes on a specific date each month. So before that, you will need money for meals, groceries, transport if you want to explore Abu Dhabi or go to Dubai or going out with your batchmates, everything that is not covered by the company basically. And for everyone who doesn't know yet, the company covers crew accommodation, transportation to training academy and then back to your crew accommodation, medical examination, your visa, and of course your flight to Abu Dhabi. So please don't worry about the biggest expenses. How to pass the virtual assessment day, any tips? Preparation is everything, future cabin crew. From my own experience, to pass the virtual assessment day successfully, you should know your airline. This is the most important thing. Just know Etihad, know its vision, its mission, its values and culture, and of course reputation in the industry. And then identify your strengths and your motivation. And of course, prepare your answers based on your unique background, structure them well, which means just keep them concise, keep them relevant, and avoid oversharing, and just practice enough to sound fluent, to sound clear, and to sound confident. And of course, dress elegantly, follow grooming standards, maintain this positive body language, elegant posture, gentle smile, nod, and just maintain eye contact because this is very important. Of course, listen carefully to the recruiter and follow the recruiter's instructions. This is crucial. And of course, make sure you have a good lighting, a clean background, a camera and microphone are working, and you have a strong Wi-Fi as well. The next question, is the environment toxic? What about reporting culture? Why do crew resign? So here I want you to know that from my experience, the environment wasn't toxic. I met incredible people, crew, trainers, office staff. The atmosphere during training and then on board was very friendly, very supportive, and most people were very, I would say, genuinely helpful. Of course, there were a few negative people, but that's life everywhere. So I just wouldn't generalize. And overall, it's a good work environment in my personal opinion. About the reporting culture, yes, it exists because safety is a top priority, and I actually appreciate it because it showed how serious Etihad is about doing things right. And now as a passenger, guys, I fully trust this airline. And here's the truth. If you follow procedures, if you communicate professionally and you just stay prepared, you won't have issues, because most reports I witnessed had nothing to do with mistakes. They happen because the crew member refused to communicate properly or just take accountability. So I've seen situations where someone made some mistake, because we are humans, right? Mistakes, they just do happen. And the cabin senior simply asked for an explanation, and instead of handling it respectfully, the crew member reacted very poorly and unprofessionally. And that's when reports happen basically. As for resignations, guys, everyone has a different story. Tiredness, burnout, missing home, irregular schedules, personal or family responsibilities, inability to adjust to the Middle East, wanting a more stable lifestyle, or turning a side hustle into a full-time career like I did. So please don't assume that many resignations means something is wrong with the company, because life takes people in different directions and that's completely normal. And the next question, how to pass the medical examination. If you're generally healthy, don't worry, because the medical examination, it just includes the basic vision, hearing test, BMI check, blood test, urine test, including drug test, vaccination review, and of course chest x-ray. If you have a condition like asthma, color blindness, or thyroid issues, which you guys mostly ask me about, my advice is simple: just apply, go through the process, and let the medical team decide. Because of course I cannot and I should not predict medical outcomes. Every case is unique and every case is different, and I want you to follow your dreams fully. So just go for it and see. Can I join Etihad if my height is a bit below the requirement? You must meet all the requirements. So if you're not at least 160 centimeters tall, then you should either try stretching exercises and see if you can grow a bit taller. There are plenty on YouTube, and I shared some on my Instagram broadcast channel as well. Or you can apply to a different airline that is less strict about height requirements. For example, Etihad Airways, they don't check your height, but they check your arm reach. So if you're flexible and you can easily reach 212 centimeters standing on your tiptoes, then just consider applying there. Don't worry, there is always a way. Another question is about English. How can I improve my English for the interview? My answer is just practice, practice, practice. Surround yourself with English every single day. Read in English, listen to podcasts in English, watch videos in English. Basically do whatever you enjoy, but do it in English. If you want to make your progress faster and smoother, and if you want feedback, I suggest joining an English class or a course, because this is the best way to learn. Talk with someone, then practice speaking aloud in front of the mirror. You will see the difference. Another question is, can I join Etihad in my 30s? Recently I posted on my Instagram that a 34-year-old candidate I helped prepare for Etihad assessment made it all the way and received the offer letter. So I would say you still have a chance, even if you're mid-30s, to join Etihad. So yes, please go ahead, go and apply with confidence. How to stay motivated despite many rejections. Alright guys, I faced 4 rejections before finally joining Etihad, and trust me, I met many cabin crew on board who successfully joined after facing multiple rejections as well. Rejection doesn't define your worth, rejection doesn't define your potential, it's just simply a part of the process. So my advice would be, take the emotions out, focus on facts, and analyze what could have gone wrong. Start by checking the requirements and make sure you meet them all. Then think about your performance during the assessment day, or just review your CV if you were rejected after submitting it. Because once you identify the potential reason, you can just improve and you can reapply with confidence. And one more thing here, respect the cooling off period and just reapply only when you're eligible. If you need help, please feel free to join my call or my course so I can support you, guide you, and make sure you're fully ready to reapply. And the last question for today, how to introduce myself during the assessment day. This is very important, guys, because your introduction is often your very first impression, and of course, it truly matters. So if you want to stand out from the crowd in this competitive industry, you should definitely greet the recruiters, thank them for the opportunity, and then start with full name, years of experience you bring from customer service or hospitality or aviation, and then support it, of course, with examples. Then mention the skills you've developed through your experience and finish with enthusiastic sentence about wanting to contribute to airline's growth. And then of course thank them at the end, and make sure your answer is relevant. Please just don't overshare, make sure it's professional and concise. Future cabin crew, thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please subscribe to my channel, like this video and leave a comment below if you have any questions. I would love to support you and clear your doubts on this journey. Bye!